man.
Whoa, Rocket. Whoa, Rocket.
You knew this media game, son. I got to make sure you're ready for everything that comes your way. Continue.
That's some ESPN style right there. You can't
thing.
give me that.
Exactly.
Here with Rocket Ismail, of course, wide receiver from the 1988 National Championship Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As a media member, I know I'm not supposed to be a fan, but I got to give it up for the Irish.
Amen.
Couple questions for you.
Let's do it.
Of course, you left Notre Dame and went straight to the CFL as opposed to going to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Now, you won a national title at Notre Dame.
Yes.
Now, how did that compare to signing a nice $18 million contract?
Well, the national title, 4, 3, 2, 7. National title was cool, and I will say that the national title is something that, as far as always having that memory and always having that experience, is awesome. As a man, though, being able to provide for your family, which signed the contract in the CFL with the Toronto Argonauts, afforded me to do, I'd have to say that was just as significant in my life as well.
Absolutely. Just staying with the CFL topic, of course, after the CFL, you did 2 years there and then went on to eventually play for the Los Angeles Raiders.
Yes.
Now, coming out of college, you could have been, of course, possibly the #1 pick in the draft. That's one of the weakest drafts in history. Do you think your name at the top of the list would have made that a better draft?
It might have been weak plus instead of weak minus, but I don't know if I would have done anything that would have made that draft any better. I do know that one of the reasons I wasn't able to go to the NFL was at that time they wanted to negotiate with anyone who would be a potential first-round pick and the #1 pick. And there were 4 teams at the time that had that position. And all of the teams, when it came to negotiating and setting up what would be a potential NFL contract, they all offered me the same price. So it was kind of like that whole monopoly theory that you're not supposed to have. Supposed to have bargaining power when there's one team that wants your services as opposed to another. All of them offered the same price. So fortunate for me, Bruce McNall, John Candy, and Wayne Gretzky came along, and they all wanted to bring me up to the CFL with the team they were purchasing, the Toronto Argonauts, and it worked out well that way.
Did Michael Irvin being on the Cowboys have any part in your decisions, being that they had the #1 pick and they already had, you know, an established receiver?
At the time, the Dallas Cowboys, they didn't even have any negotiation with me at the time. It was like Atlanta, Cleveland, I think the Patriots might have been in there, and it was one other team. But there wasn't any mention of Dallas, no Cowboys talk at all. So I didn't even know that they were going to eventually have the first pick.
Okay. Going on to a couple Notre Dame questions. Of course, big year this year for them. What do you think the 2 wide receivers, Golden Tate and Michael Floyd, need to do to step up their production and continue the success they had last year?
Stay focused, but to me, the biggest thing for the wide receivers, for the quarterback, for everybody, is how the offensive line is going to play. And I really feel like the offensive line, if they have an above-average year, that we could see record numbers from Floyd and Tate, and just what Clausen showed in the game when they played Hawaii last year. I really feel like if our offensive line is solid, offensively, this can be a huge year for the Irish.
And as far as how do you think their record will turn out this year? I know it's kind of BCS or bust for them this year.
Exactly. I feel like Notre Dame could. I feel like they can get 9 wins, solid 9 wins, or better. I think if they get less than 9 wins, they would probably be disappointed.
And just one last question for you. Of course, the most famous the play that never happened, of course, in the Orange Bowl, the punt return. As a Notre Dame fan, that one hurts me a little bit to this day.
Right now, I have feel like I have an angina attack coming on just thinking about it.
So that is the answer to my question. It hurts you as bad as it hurts me.
I'm still hurting. Good Lord.
All right, thank you, Rocket. Good luck with your camp.
You're very welcome. Thank you.